Okay, so let's go for crank. So we are going to use a plier, anything, but a good plier if possible. You have to be really careful on crank. It is a little bit weak as long as it's not mounted. So let's go. We start by untightening the SHF. It will ease the shaft mounting. And on this one we are going to remove the bolts, and this one is going to be mounted at the front like this, and it's good. And we are going to use the shortest shaft at the low part right now, and here you have to be really careful. Check if everything is well aligned to avoid the part to break, but anyway, even if it breaks, it's not that bad. So here I'm going to keep the SHF in my hand and push the axle. If you don't hold the front part, it will mostly likely break. So really gently check the alignment, and here push it until the end, right there. And we made the hardest part, so we can place the other part here. The M5 bots then. The 12mm shafts can be a little bit longer than what is written on the part list. If it is longer, it isn't a big problem. It can be longer, 5mm or so. Don't tie it too much because it is plastic, so you can tie it hard. And I had the M5 board there. It goes through the whole part, so the SHF and also crank. So it is a little bit long. It helps to keep the SHF and crank together. And there you can tie it quite hard, in fact. Don't hesitate. In fact, you are tightening on metal. We continue with two M5 boards. Once again, really gently. The order of the screws installing isn't that important. I think it is the best way to do it, but you can do other things. And gently. Okay, and now we are going to check if the two parts are well aligned. As you can see, it can move. So you put them dead flat and you push. Now it's perfectly aligned, and we can tie it at the end and it won't move. And once again, metal against metal, so you can tie it really hard and it's perfect. It's really strong. You have to be gently at the beginning, but once it's done, it's really tough. And I'm going to beat the rear with this axle, 12mm. So here you don't have anything to care about it. It's really, there is a lot of material everywhere, so nothing special. Once again, you can't tight those M5 boards really hard because it is plastic, but you don't have to care a lot. Don't tie it really hard, it isn't useful. And once again, metal against metal, you can tie it really hard. Okay, now we are going to install the threaded rod, and once again you have to be a little bit careful. You want to clean the inside if there is a support that remains, and here we go. Most of the time you can tie it with the hand. At the beginning you have to check if it is well aligned, otherwise it can crack at the beginning, but anyway, even if it cracks, it isn't that bad because you have the turn part that will strengthen all the things, and you tie it until it goes through crank, and once it's at the other side we can use the plier. You don't even have to care about the threaded rod because we are just going to use the end of this threaded rod, so even if you arm it, it doesn't matter. So that's done. We just have to add those parts. So the preload first, the bearing with the bearing order. The bearing goes in the small part here, and the spring at the other side, and it doesn't have to move. Here it can be a little bit hard because there is some plastic remaining from the supports, and we are done with crank. So preload is preloading the left right